We're going to get started. Okay, can I have everybody's attention, including Dwayne Ham? I said everybody, Dwayne. You're part of that. Okay. He's talking about you, not them. And I realize we have some background noise here, but and you'll turn the music off. Okay, great.
Can you move over to the middle because this door's blocking your sound?
No, cannot. You need to move over here.
Well, they can't hear.
We have to be here for a reason. Okay. Anyway, I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight. I'm Steve Scott, and welcome to the Philip Cash for Constable Precinct 1 fundraiser. And I'd like to thank Sheriff Capers and Joe for being here from San Jacinto County. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And I'd like to even thank Dwayne Ham for being here tonight. Thank you, Dwayne. So I thought it was interesting. I'm here to introduce Philip, and I thought everybody knows what Philip does. And he's had a distinguished career in law enforcement over almost 29 years. And he's received 4 letters of commendation over that time, the Combat Cross. He has done all sorts of things. Carol? Thank you. Anyway, so we all know what he does, but what's really impressed me, and I probably have not known him as long as the rest of you have, is who he is as a person and what has really happened out there on the campaign trail. And it's always wonderful when somebody gravitates to a particular person, and that's what I see with Philip all the time. The depth of his involvement and commitment, not just to his job, but the community, has been huge. So Philip is a builder in everything he does. If you really think about it, you look at his career, you look at what he does in his business as lieutenant with the narcotics vice gangs. He's always enlarging, making things better. He also does that in the community, in his church. And people come up to him, and I'm just astounded, and they thank him, really, for just being who he is. So I have a little poem that I want to share with you that is called Builder or Wrecker. Philip is definitely a builder. I'll get back to that, and it goes like this. I watched them tearing a building down, a gang of men in a busy town. With a ho-heave-ho and a lusty yell, they swung a beam and a wall fell. I asked the foreman, are these men skilled, like the ones you'd hire if you had to build? He laughed and replied, no indeed, common labor is all I need. I can tear down in a day or two what has taken builders years to do. I asked myself as I walked away, which of these roles have I tried to play? Am I a builder who builds with care, measuring life by rule and square? Or am I a wrecker who walks the town, content with the labor of tearing down? Philip Cash has always been a builder. You know, one of my favorite sayings is, some people make it happen, some people watch it happen, and others go, what happened? Philip, as a builder, is always making it happen, and when you build, you lead. And the reason you lead is people are willing to follow you. Let's give a warm welcome to Philip Cash.
Good evening. Can y'all hear me back there?
Yeah.
We got a hell of a party going on next door.
Yeah.
Once again, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Heather and my wife, without her, I wouldn't be here, guys. I mean, not every good man is a great woman. Helen Keller once said, alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. We must have a vision of the future that we together are working to make it a reality. Let me share with you, my supporters, some of my thoughts I've not shared elsewhere. First, we can have a great vision of the future. For it to be successful, for us to be effective together, we must be trusted morally, ethically, and legally. When I speak about morally, ethically, and legally, I'm reminded of the West Point ethics test. It's about who you must be to uphold the traditions of West Point. These have been and are my guidelines in my career in law enforcement and as a leader in the Sheriff's Department. The 3 questions of the ethics test Does the action attempt to deceive or allow for deception? Second question, does the action cause gain in status or privilege that would not occur otherwise? And the third, probably the most important question, is would I be satisfied with the outcome if I were on the receiving end? I believe the definition of trust is others' reliance on your integrity, your character, your abilities, and your strengths. With these as our guiding principles, let me share the vision of what we can accomplish together. First, the lake. Lake Conroe is the deadliest lake in Texas, according to research done by the Houston Chronicle. To combat this together, we will have education support and enforcement procedures in place that will create motor safety awareness and make Lake Conroe a safer lake for the boating public. Together with a consistent and purposeful focus, we can change the culture to safety fun, minimizing the potential for death and serious bodily injury. Crime prevention. Together, working with the Sheriff's Office, the local police agencies, our neighboring police agencies, the school district police, working as a team, we can create a greater level of awareness and cooperation to identify potential threats and lessen the potential for crime in our precinct. I will provide specialized crime prevention training for our officers to increase their effectiveness. Next one is community-oriented policing. We hear a lot about that. But together with the POAs, the civic associations, our neighborhood watch groups, we can target problem areas and the times that crimes are being done in our community to better allocate resources to strengthen crime prevention activities. I will have officers assigned to interface between the POAs, the civic associations, our neighborhood organizations. We must have a consistent dialogue for this to work. Together with good communication between the community and law enforcement, we can start to address these local concerns. Something that's not talked about a lot is mental health. This is one of the fastest growing areas for concern about public safety. Currently, the Precinct 1 Constable Office has 7 members certified to respond to mental health calls for service. They, as tasked by Commissioner's Court, cover the entire county, not just Precinct 1. I will cross-train more staff members in the Constable's Office from the current 7 to a minimum of 21 officers who will be certified and capable of responding to mental health concerns. Together, we can improve the response to mental health crisis and provide a safer environment. In my current position with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, I've coordinated efforts between the schools to create a safer environment, not only at the schools, but at our homes and in our neighborhoods where our children are at risk. For most of my career in law enforcement, I've dealt with violent gangs and going after drug traffickers that target our community and our school-aged children. As your constable, I will continue this focus on protecting our neighborhoods and more especially our children. I will reemphasize work in the ICAC, the Internet Crimes Against Children, to create greater awareness for parents what to be watching for at home. Together, there's so much we can do. The schools are and will be my top priority, and I will continue those efforts as Constable Precinct 1.
Yes, sir.
In closing, I'm reminded that being different isn't always necessarily better, but being better is always different. With our vision of accomplishing the future together, we will create something better in the areas of Lake Conroe, the lake and motor safety, crime prevention, community-oriented policing, mental health, and more especially our schools and our children. As we create something better that will make us different, yes, together we can do so much. Tonight is a great example of what we do together. I deeply appreciate each one of you and your support. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was absolutely great. And Dwayne Ham, would you like to come up here and say something of relevance?
I've got a question. Does that mean that you work with the spot?
You can't hear you. Can't hear
So can I get a handicap spot then?
Yeah,
Poster child.
Well, can y'all hear me back there? I can't hear y'all. Can y'all hear me back there?
Right there? Oh, yes, ma'am.
It's kind of hard to follow Philip Cash after that great speech. But I want to tell y'all, as the executive director of the Texas Conservative Tea Party Coalition, this is why I like this guy. He has a mind of his own. He has a plan to fix Montgomery County and Precinct 1 where he sees problems. And that's what I think all of us want, is a guy that can think for himself. We like a Tea Party, we want to support a candidate that not that we can control, but a guy that can think for himself and do the right thing, and that's Philip Cash. Wouldn't y'all agree? I think everybody here that supports Philip Cash knows that Philip Cash is the guy for the job. Wouldn't y'all agree with that?
Yes.
I'm going to ask each and every one of y'all to ask one of your friends, to ask one of your friends, to ask one of your friends to get out and vote for Philip Cash for Constable Precinct 1.
Yes, sir.
Y'all agree with that? Because we want guys in office that know the job, that aren't on the job training. It's not time to go to school. It's time that they know what the job entails, and this man knows what the job entails, and he knows how to fix the problems over there that we've been suffering through over there. Wouldn't y'all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
I got to tell y'all a short little story. I met Philip Cash in Conroe many years ago, and he scared the living daylights out of me. And I wasn't in trouble, but he was undercover. And some friends introduced me, you know, and he's all bearded up, long hair, everything. And I've never forgot it. Never ever forgot it. But I've watched him, and we have mutual friends, and I know that this is a man of integrity, and this is a man that can get the job done. And I know y'all are here to support him because y'all know that he is a man of integrity and a man that can get the job done. Wouldn't y'all agree with that? Well, I'm done talking. I think we have a little something that we're going to try to give away or auction off or something, and I'm going to help facilitate that. And so if y'all want to open up your hearts and your minds, I think we're going to move into that. What do we have? What is it? Oh. What do we have here, Phil? Come tell everybody what it is. 45.
Oh, my gosh, they're not.
What is it?
Well, he's going to have to move over here. Can you move over in the middle?
Citadel. It's a Citadel 45, folks.
Look. What is a citadel?
You don't see that? Yeah. I need to pass it around to anybody. Does everybody know what a Citadel is? Hold on, just 1 second.
I didn't know they were doing it. Do you have any diamonds?
Look at it.
Anybody want to pass it around? Y'all pass it around. We'll bring it back to the front. We'll auction it off. Ladies, that ought to fit good in your hand.
Protection? I wouldn't have an idea. Doug left all this stuff. No one has. Yeah, that's what we said. Where is Tom? Here, I'll just take you. Oh, you did? Oh. Have you expired? Does it go back? I don't know.
Here we go. All right, folks, do I have everybody's attention? We're going to go ahead and get started with this. We're going to hold it up. It's a Citadel 45. It comes with 2 clips. and the case. Everybody can see we're going to start the bidding. 400. Do we have 400 anywhere? Looking for 400. $400. 400. Do we looking for 450? 450. 450. 450. 450. Looking for 500. Anybody got 500? 500. 500. $500. 500. 500. 550. 550. 550. 550. Anybody in? 550. $600. We have $600. Anybody else? 650. 650. 650. 625. 650. 650. Looking for 675, 675, 675, 675, 675, $700. We got $700. We looking for 750, 750, 750. Ladies and gentlemen,
If you want it, bid it at one time and I'll.
725, 725. We got one time, 750. Looking for 750, 750, 750, 750 one time. 750 one time, 750, 750. 750, 750, looking for 800, 800, 775, 800, 775, $800. $800. We've got $800. Again, it comes with 2 clips and a case, guys, and I'm not an auctioneer. But we're looking at 800, 825, 850. Where you at?
You take Neiman Marcus card.
We take Neiman Marcus. I have a square on my phone.
I tell you what, I've got a Chevron card, so it's out there.
We have $1,000. $1,000. Looking for 1,025. 1,025. 1,025. 1,025. 1,025. 1,025 on the gun. Again, it comes with 2 clips and a case and 45. 1,025. 1,025 once. 1,025 twice. 1,025 3 times. Sold. Sandy Ronnie, thank you very much.
I'll never go through such a
If I could all have your attention for just one more minute here. First of all, Dwayne, thank you so much. Thank you, Joe and Sandy Ronnie, for making this very, very interesting. Yes, thank you very much. Does anybody else have anything they want to say? If not, then we'll have dessert served. And then any other? Heather, you have anything you want to say? Heather's not paying attention. A toast. All right. Let's do it.
Toast to Phil Cash.
Come up here. Okay.
Had to run back to spot. Get up there next.
Okay, who's calling the toast?
Dwayne Ronnie.
We just all need to stand up for a minute.
Oh, buddy.
Old leg starting to walk up.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a toast to our friends from San Jacinto County that are here.
Yes.
It means a lot,
Yes.
not only for Montgomery County, but all the surrounding counties around, and all the counties in Texas. Sandy and I came down Highway 75 back in the early 60s, and we could have moved anywhere around Houston. We decided Montgomery County, best decision I've ever made in my life. We live in the greatest area, not only in Texas, but America and the USA, I'll guarantee you. This county, and we need people like Philip that is going to keep it the way it is and improve upon it. So let's get behind Philip and make sure that we have people such as this to continue our county and keep it the way it is. Cheers.
We can hear you. That was a nice speech. I guess the people next door lived. Y'all
Yep.
ran them out.
Yes, we can.
I'd like to thank each and every one of you showing up tonight. I'm Don Pullen, I'm Philip Cash's campaign manager. And not only that, Philip and I have been friends for many years.